Ask your students about writing and what they feel is the most difficult part. Chances are they'll point to spelling and vocabulary. And rightfully so, especially with the Common Core and other new rigorous state standards coming into effect. There's a lot more emphasis on using sophisticated vocabulary in writing. And we really spent a lot of time with CoWriter Universal and designing it so students really have the supports they need to use that vocabulary in their writings. Let's take a website. I'm going to pull up this article titled "Researchers Reveal that Mona Lisa may be history's first 3D image." And it's a really fascinating article that speculates Da Vinci had a student painting the Mona Lisa the same time that he was, and the way the two artists were positioned, one slightly in front of the other, the result would be a stereoscopic image, the world's first 3D image. And there's a lot of pretty sophisticated vocabulary in this writing. There's hypothesize and stereoscopic, perspective. These words could, really trip up a student. And it would be pretty difficult to write on the topic without using those vocabulary words. So what CoWriter does, CoWriter Universal does, is it takes all of the vocabulary from this article in the background and brings it into a momentary topic dictionary. And it's completely transparent, completely in the background. The student doesn't have to do anything different, just start writing with CoWriter. So let's try a sentence. Let's go up and launch CoWriter. It's right in the toolbar at the upper right. And let's use some phonetic spelling. So researchers might be spelled like RSRCH, and you can see number 2, researchers.
Researchers.
Let's go hypothesize. Hypothesize comes up.
Hypothesized.
That.
That. The. Paintings. Make. A.
And let's try stereoscopic. And you can see just a few letters. Stereoscopic comes up as number 5.
Stereoscopic.
Image. Just one
Image.
letter comes up with image.
Researchers hypothesized that the paintings make a stereoscopic image.
And that's one way we're going to support students, through momentary topic dictionaries, all transparent in the background. Now let's go into a report writing situation. So when writing a report, we're probably going to go into a little more depth than we would on a website. So I'd like to bring in some more topic dictionaries and more words into this writing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to my CoWriter icon in the toolbar, right-click it, select Options, and you can see I can type in any topic dictionary. So let's say Mona Lisa, and right on the left you can see I already created a topic dictionary on the Mona Lisa. On the right I have all the Mona Lisa options from the 4 million topic dictionaries that we offer through CoWriter. And with these topic dictionaries we're scraping them from the web. So we're pulling in all the vocabulary instantly and in the background. So I can just click on Mona Lisa. It's going to bring my Mona Lisa topic dictionary up and it's selected. Let's do that again. And so one topic that I'm going to bring up is speculations about Mona Lisa. And this will have a lot of vocabulary from the Prado Mona Lisa. Lastly, I'm going to select my Leonardo da Vinci topic dictionary, and I'm ready to write. So as I get back to my essay, I have access to those vocabulary words in those topic dictionaries. So when I type Leonardo da Vinci,
Leonardo da Vinci.
supposedly,
Supposedly.
let's go painted,
Painted.
the shows up.
First. Stereoscopic. Image. Leonardo da Vinci supposedly painted the first stereoscopic image.
So you can see how powerful this could be for students who are struggling to use those vocabulary words and really make their writings a lot richer. And CoWriter Universal just makes it that much easier and helps students show what they know.